He who makes the biggest splash wins. And so I'm going to give you insight on how to grow your business, how to grow your influence, how to grow just your life, how to become everything that you want to be. Make a big splash. What do celebrities do? Why do they stand out? It's because they make a big splash with their clothes, as an example. Their clothes, they're very flashy, aren't they? They wear very colorful clothes, unlike everybody else, right? But they were doing that even before they were celebrities. They were flashy in their personality. They were flashy with their voice, in the sense that they were loud, in the sense that they believed in what they said, and they were loud enough to make an influence to where they gathered a following, and then other people riled up behind them because they believed in what they said, they believed in themselves, etc. And then eventually they became wealthy and successful, and some people even regard them as idols. And so this video, I was thinking about, because I had just made a video right now about you reap what you sow, but it's not what you think, right? Because when you say you reap what you sow, people's minds go to like, oh, actions, yeah, which is true. Your actions will bring about blessings or curses, good or bad. Good equals good and bad equals bad. The world is trying to confuse everything in terms of just keeping it that simple. I mean, let's not get lost though. Let's keep on track here, because I want to say something about all this. And so, in terms of like the celebrity and all that, the revelation that I got from God was that right now what's being spewed out into the atmosphere, what's being spewed out all over the world, is a lot of negativity. And so if you look at the atmosphere almost like it's a sponge, it'll be charged up with the energy of whatever people are putting out there consistently and constantly, right? And so whoever makes the biggest splash wins, and whoever makes the most noise gets the atmosphere charged in that area, right? And so everybody's going to be walking according to the beat of whatever the biggest. I'm relating it to a splash, because when we were kids, we used to do cannonballs, and then whoever did the biggest would win. This is relatable to that. It's almost like whoever puts the volume the loudest and gathers up the most attention wins. Whoever puts out the most energy out there in terms of what their belief and all that kind of stuff is, they will permeate a piece of that environment, and they will own that real estate in that territory, because they're changing that place. They're changing it. And so what is Hollywood doing? A bunch of slaughter films, a bunch of witchcraft films, a bunch of nudity, a bunch of blasphemy, and all that kind of stuff. So what do you have in the general public? A lot of degenerates, a lot of people that are brainwashed, a lot of programmed people, a lot of people that are following the evil current of the world. Music is the same thing. Music is, everybody can see it, hear it for themselves. I mean, the music is not pointing you towards healthy living, being good to one another. It's doing the opposite. It's talking about shooting and killing and this and that. At least the music that I used to listen to, the rapping and all that kind of stuff. So according to that, whatever that they're pushing out there into the environment, that's what you're going to feel in that location. Obviously, you've entered into houses, you've entered into different places that they have good energy and bad energy, and according to the people in that place and what they're spewing out consistently in the music and the rhetoric and all that kind of stuff is what you're going to feel in the energy in the place. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to expose and I'm trying to show you that you have power. You have power in what you want to put out. and how you want to influence the atmosphere and the environment around you, whether you live for good or evil. You know, both apply in terms of the influence that you can have over the environment, right? And according to your actions and whatnot, that's how you're gonna see any kind of fruit, right? The Bible talks about fruit, good fruit and bad fruit. You know, there's the fruit will dictate how the aura of that place feels and whatnot, right? My house, if you enter into my house, the first thing you're gonna be greeted with is peace. It's the first thing you're gonna be greeted with, peace, and you're gonna be greeted with cleanliness. Not just because the house will be clean, but not cleanliness in the environment. It's a peace and a cleanliness. There's some houses that you enter into and you feel the oppression, you feel the depression, you feel the chaos, the anger in the air, and that it grips you when you walk in. And I'm not talking about the cigarette smoke that you smell. I'm not talking about I'm just talking about how it makes you feel when you walked in. You know, certain people are just scared. Just when we walk in, they're greeted with fear. You know what I mean? So all of that is according to your lifestyle, your belief systems, what you're spewing out in terms of your words and the music, the things you watch. All that contaminates or pollutes the environment, or it blesses the environment. Go to my house, it's going to be worship. There's going to be worship on. And so what's happening to the environment? Well, it's a godly environment because the worship is permeating into the atmosphere. And everything is why people can rest. You can like lounge and just fall asleep. A lot of people do that in my house and they just lay because the peace drifts them and they just like, they're relaxed, they're at peace, they're resting. And with nice ambience and with the worship in the background and all that. And the only thing I can say is that I've been to houses that are the exact opposite. You feel tense, you feel all this other stuff. So all that has to do with the movies and the music and the type of words that we're using within the house. You're creating an atmosphere, and that's what the video is about. It's just to really reveal, expose, educate people that you're creating a morph around you, atmosphere. And it's either good or bad, but the thing is that you can change at any given point in time. You can change. If you have posters up of nudity, and you're inviting like perversion into your house, right? If you know, and I know that this is like a normal thing for guys to do and stuff like that, but I'm trying to teach you the spiritual aspect behind it all. You know what I mean? You know, this is for your soul to have peace. This is for your inner person, your inner man, to be aligned with your dreams, your visions, your aspirations, and the life that you really truly want. And you have to align yourself with the outer setting of what the inner setting wants to feel like. So you have to match. Okay, you want money? Well, they say, you know, surround, you know, put up money posters on the and you know, you'll be seeing it, and little by little you'll attract it. Like I believe that. And so whatever you're like surrounded with, you're gonna attract it. There's some people with gothic stuff on their walls, man. I'm talking about like straight up demonic stuff on the walls. It's like they try to make it into this comedy, like it's scary thing, and but I don't know if they understand that it's really true in terms of what they have in their house at that point. They invited that into their house, and that aura and that energy and all that contamination, pollution is the real deal. Even if the poster is, because one of the things that the devil tries to do, I'm gonna say this and then I gotta go. One of the devil, he puts a joke around everything that's serious, and you see this often. It's like he wants to joke around and make funny and make jokes out of something that's really true. And so one thing that annoys me is that when people play a mean prank on you, and then then when you get mad, they say it's just a joke. that annoys the crap out of me, because it's almost like those words, it was just a joke, was supposed to make everything better, but you really committed the action. You really genuinely either made that person fall or did something to hurt that person, either physically, emotionally, or whatever, and it was just a joke, but to that person it was the real deal. And so the devil disguises jokes as the real deal. You understand what I'm trying to say? He'll do the real deal, and then he'll just say it was just a joke to get away with it, right? To continue to do it and to make a trend out of it. Oh, it's just a joke. Let's do it to somebody else. You know what I mean? It was just a joke, guys. Let's do it again. It was just a joke. And if you really think about it, like, somebody could be doing something for real, like robbing a bank, putting on the mask, because this was actually something on YouTube that they really called the police on them because it was a joke, right? To them, right? But they really had the ski mask. They would dress all in black. They had fake guns, and they went into a bank to rob the bank as a joke. This was what's it called, on YouTube? Some popular people there, and so it was a joke. But was it really a joke? Because everybody took them very, very serious. And then after the aftermath is, you know, them telling everybody, I was just kidding, man. You can't take a joke, etc. Like, that's the devil's language, right? I hate that. I hate that so much. Because there could be a real bank robber dressed the same way, doing the same thing, get away with it, and have in the back of his head that if he gets caught, he will just say it was just a joke. That's just like a slide thing. Like, oh, if I get caught, I'll just say it was a joke. You get what I mean? Because it's the same actions, it's the same thing. Everything's the same. So, I want to expose that kind of stuff, man. The devil's a dumbass. I really hate the devil. So, God bless you guys, and just be careful what you watch and what you listen to, because the atmosphere will be charged accordingly. And remember, if it looks a certain type of way, it is that way. It doesn't mean symbolically something else. That's the devil's language. I'm going to say this and I'm done. You know, if it's a clown that looks evil, it doesn't symbolically mean that it's comedy and that it's a joke. It doesn't symbolically mean that it's just playing around. It's a freaking clown that looks evil, and it really is. Like, it doesn't mean something else. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the devil, lie, deception, okay? So whatever it is, that's what it is. Doesn't mean something else. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? God bless you.